Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be playing around with brand new makeup all the way from Korea, and this brand is called Luna Cosmetics. Now Luna Cosmetics is a very popular brand in Korea and they are known for their best-selling, award-winning tip concealers. I'm going to be testing that out for you guys today along with a lot of their other products. I'm so super excited to be trying out all these different products, and I just cannot wait to see how it looks on my skin, how it feels and everything, because it's basically a first impressions video. So I'm gonna take you guys along in this journey of me trying this out for the very first time, and then I'm gonna do a little wear test and everything, you know, just to see if these really are amazing products. I actually read a lot of reviews online. A lot of people are saying that all these products are very luxurious, it's really bang for your buck, you know, you're really getting skincare and makeup together, and it's at a very affordable price. And you guys know I love products like that, so I'm so super excited for this. So yeah, let's get into this first impressions of Luna Cosmetics. Let's start it off with my bare face. As you guys can see, I only have brows on right now, and you can also kind of see all the different skin issues that I have. I have a lot of redness, different pigmentations. You can kind of see my veins popping out over here, and also I really do have a lot of red spots. I also do have some pimples, you know, over here and basically everywhere. So I am really excited to see if this can actually cover it up, make it better. I'm gonna start it off with the base. So we have two different types. So this one is the Luna Long Lasting Foundation. I got the shade Sand. This also has SPF 35. Now this one is the Luna Long Lasting Conceal Wear Cushion. So I got the medium beige shade, and this one has SPF 50. Wow, so this one has 35 and this one has 50. I actually really love that they both have SPF, because this is really something that you need to put on every single day, especially if you're trying not to age, if you're trying to protect your skin from the sun. You know, even if you're just staying home, I know everyone, well, a lot of us are staying home right now. Even if you're just staying home, you are still gonna be hit by the rays of the sun. Okay, believe me, that's gonna age you. So that's why I am so excited that there is actually SPF in both of their base products. Both looks and more glam looks versus cushion type products. So I feel like I can judge this one more and compare it to my other foundations better. This is how the box of the foundation looks like. It's actually all in Korean, but I'm sure we can get the translation on their website. This is how the bottle looks like. It's very high quality, looks very luxurious, and I love the minimalist look of it, but at the same time it also looks very high-end. This beautiful frosted glass packaging comes with a pump. So I'm gonna try to see what this is all about based on the box. So I don't know how to read Korean, but there are a few English words on this. So this is a long-lasting foundation, and it has SPF 35, which I think is really great because you need SPF every single day. And then it says here that it is long-lasting and it lasts up to 48 hours. Wow. 2 days. I don't know if you guys are gonna be wearing a foundation for 2 days, but 48 hours, I mean, that is such, that is a long-lasting type of thing. All right, so that is basically all of the English words that I can see on this. So yeah, let's test it out. So this bottle has 30 ml, so I'm just going to pump it here on my hand. This is how the foundation looks like. It's a little bit runny, a bit liquidy, so let's see how it applies on the face. So I'm gonna use my hand first before I use any brush. I mean, wow. This may be the wrong shade for me, but you know, that's okay. You know, this smells really, really good, and it feels so good on the skin, and I definitely pumped out too much because there's still a lot on my hand and I already covered half of my face. So this one is actually very liquidy, but for some reason when it touched my skin, it became a bit creamy, and then I can actually feel it drying down. So far I've applied it to this part of my face, and I have to say it actually feels really good. It feels like I'm putting moisturizer on my skin. So with just one layer of this, you can already see that it's evening out my skin tone. My veins are actually disappearing. So I think in terms of coverage, I mean, so far I think it's pretty good. And I actually really like how my skin feels. It smells amazing, and It actually doesn't feel like I put anything, to be completely honest. I feel like it's slowly meshing into the skin, but you can still see some coverage. So on my other side, I'm going to be trying it out with a brush. This is my favorite foundation brush from Anklutz. So let's see. Ooh, definitely more coverage with a brush. I mean, you guys can see the difference. So using the hands, it actually, you really meld it into the skin. And then if you actually want more coverage, you can use a brush. This is how it looks like applied with a brush as compared to when I applied it with my hand. Actually, you can see kind of a difference, especially with coverage. So applying it with a brush actually gives you more coverage. So if you're the type who wants, you know, more coverage on your face, you want to conceal more things, definitely use a brush. But if you're the type who wants a more natural looking type of coverage, then definitely go with the hands. But honestly, both I think are very good finishes. It just really depends on what you wanna look like that day. I'm gonna check if this is buildable, so I'm gonna add more, like another layer on this side, and see if this will actually add to the coverage. Wow, this one is definitely a buildable foundation. I mean, look at that. They're basically the same type of coverage. So I guess with a brush you get a 2-layer type of coverage, but when you use your hand, you kind of get 1 layer every time. It really depends on you, what's your preference. For me, there's just something kind of different with, you know, using your hand, because your hand actually is naturally warm, so it kind of melts it into your skin, which gives you a different type of finish, especially if you also like using a brush. So yeah, depends on you what you're more comfortable with, but I think basically now it looks the same. I definitely pumped out too much on my hand, so I'm gonna add some to my neck and hopefully the color evens out. But you know, I'm actually not worried about this because we're gonna be putting, you know, bronzer and everything and blush. So I feel like this will become better and better as we go along. So far, so good. I'm actually really loving the foundation on my skin. It looks really good. Like, it gives you a nice natural finish, but it evened out my skin tone, gave me the coverage that I wanted. It's very buildable, and I think my favorite part is that it feels like nothing. Like, it doesn't feel like I put anything on my face, and I love that feeling. It feels like I just put moisturizer all over my face, but it gave me some coverage and even out my skin tone and everything. So it looks really good, and it also feels really amazing on my skin. Now for the product that I have been waiting to try. This is their Tip Concealer. Now this one is their #1 product over there in Korea. This is their best-selling, award-winning tip concealer. So this one is a long-lasting tip concealer. It is Cover Fit, and this also has SPF 35. And this basically claims to be a very long-lasting concealer. This is how the box looks like. It is also in a beautiful glass packaging. This is how the applicator looks like, so it can easily pick up a lot of product, and you can easily use it to do spot concealing and to apply concealer on small spaces. I have 2 shades of concealer to pick from. One is 03 Bright and the other one is 02 Natural Beige. So I think I'm gonna go with the Natural Beige just because I'm not really looking to brighten my face because it's already pretty bright, but I do want to conceal certain things. So I just dotted it a bit on my face because I wanted to see if a little does go a long way. So for this side, I'm gonna be using my finger. Wow, this is a lot. I just put a dot and it's actually covering up my under eyes really well, and it's also so easy to blend out. That was so fast, and I don't see any patchiness or anything going on. Now I'm using it as a base for my eyes. So this is how it looks like blended out with my hands, and I think it looks really good. It looks so smooth. It looks nice and light, and you know, I really like the feeling of it. Now I'm gonna try out the brush with this concealer. So I'm gonna start with this under eye. Okay, so it's definitely way easier and faster to blend it out with a brush, and you definitely get more coverage. Okay, so in terms of concealer, I definitely highly recommend using a brush, but if you're the type who doesn't really like a super full coverage type of look, you can use your finger to blend it out and it still looks really good. You'll get coverage, it's not as much coverage as you would get if you use a brush. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna put powder on my under eyes just because it's something I usually do to stop it from creasing, because the foundation actually dried itself down, so I don't think I need powder for that. But the concealer is a bit liquidy and I do feel like it dried down. So I'm not quite sure. What do you guys think? Should I experiment? Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to hold off on the powder until the end and see if I need it or not. But so far, so good. It looks like my foundation and concealer, they just set themselves, which I think is really great because I don't need to do powder. Moving on to the Luna Melting Cheek Stick. So I have two. One is in Blooming Rose and one is in Soft Contour. The melting sticks come in this box. It's this high quality plastic type of packaging and you can see the shade right here. This is how much product you get. This is actually a lot. This is how the melting stick shades look like. This one is the contour shade and this one is the blush shade. Now the blush shade, this is not usually a color I would go for, but it does kind of look like the NARS Orgasm shade without the glitter, so I'm kind of excited to see how that looks on my face. Just a little disclaimer, I don't usually use contour sticks, so I don't know how good I will be at using this, but you know, I'm gonna try and I will contour where I usually contour with my powder. So I'm gonna put it right here. I'm just gonna try a little bit. I'm gonna be taking the same brush that I used for foundation and I'm just gonna blend it out. Wow, that blended out so fast. Do you guys see that? I actually like blending them upwards just because I don't want it to drag down my face. Wow, that actually looks really good. And you can kind of see that I'm starting to have color on my face. So let's just continue with this. Okay, so I actually see a big difference. This one has the contour stick and this one does not. And it actually does make such a big difference on my face. I do want to try and see though if I can layer these on top of each other. So I'm gonna add another layer here. There. Wow, that is a lot. But you know what, let's see if I can blend this out and make it work, because this one actually blends so well. It's so creamy, so smooth, and it stays in place, which I think is really important. Like, it's not all over the place, and then it blends out really well. I mean, look at that. Boom, it is contoured, and now you can see my cheek on this side. You know, for this side, I'm gonna try blending it out with my finger. So let's see. Oh my gosh, it feels so smooth and silky. I don't think I've ever touched a product this soft. Oh, it also works out actually with your hand. I do think you get more coverage blending it out with your hand. I mean, look at that. Compare this one to this one, and this one actually looks like there's more coverage, and I only put one layer versus this one, which was 2 layers. So I'm gonna use my hand here as well, just so they're kind of even. This melting stick made such a big difference. I mean, you can just see how much it just brought everything together. I don't look as white as I did in the start, and you can really see the contour of my cheeks down here and also around the face. I think this is such a great product, but you know, I'm gonna try using it to contour my nose, which I've also never tried. I've never tried contouring with a stick. So I'm gonna use my fingers since that's been working really well for me. There we go. Does my nose look snatched or what? So I'm also gonna put a bit here under my lip to make it look thicker. You know, I'm very impressed with this melting stick because it's just really pigmented, but it also blends out really well, so it still looks nice and soft and smooth and natural, and it is not patchy. You know, that's one of the reasons why I don't usually use stick type things, because they're just so patchy usually, but this one, it looks nice and smooth. I actually look pretty airbrushed. I mean, look at my face. Even my nose looks pretty good. You know, I'm also gonna use this on my eyelids. So there we go. It actually has a nice subtle effect. So this is really great, especially if, you know, you don't have time to do your eyes. You can just put the melting stick and then you'll have color on your eyes. Now let's try the pinky one for blush. Oh, that is a nice bright pink color. And this is very, very similar to the other melting stick. It's so smooth, it blends out so well, no patchiness or anything. Actually, I think I should make it thicker there. I think that's, I mean, wow, that is thick. So let's see if we can blend this out. You know, I really, really like that no matter how much I put on, it just still blends out really well. I like a lot of blush, so it's really up to you guys if you want to use this much, but this one I think looks really good. These melting sticks are amazing. I actually really love them, and it's just so rare for me to find cream products that actually go so well on my skin. I mean, these, when I put it was just so smooth. It just felt so buttery, so smooth. It blended out so easily. There's no patchiness or anything, and no matter how much I put, it still blended out really well. I really like this. I love this look. The last product I have to try out is their matte tint leather. So it comes in 2 different shades. We have 01 and 02. So the 01 is called Private, and the 02 is called Fever Bite. Now actually looking at these 2 shades, I kind of want to try Fever Bite. This is how the box looks like. You actually see the shade all over the box. This one is really beautiful. I love the frosted glass type of packaging. Since this one is a tint, I'm gonna try it on my lips first. So I'll just dab it. Wow, that is a lot of product. So I'm gonna spread it. This is such a bold color. This is not something I would typically go for, but you know what? It actually looks really beautiful. It's such a beautiful wearable shade of red. So this one actually starts out really liquidy. Like it feels basically like water, but the moment you put it on and then you play around with it a bit, it dries down. So you get a little bit of playtime with it, and then it's gonna dry down to like this powder feeling type of thing, and it feels really nice. I like that it feels light on my lips, and it doesn't feel like it's caking or crumbling or anything. And I think my lips look really good right now. I mean, you can really see it, right? So I actually want to test if this is transfer proof, because again, everything on the box is in Korean and there is no way for me to know what exactly this does. But I feel like this is also a long-lasting type of product, just because I feel like it already dried down and I feel like it's transfer proof. It's just a feeling, but I haven't tried it yet. So I'm gonna try it right now. I'm gonna kiss my hand. See it. So there's nothing on my hand. I'm gonna kiss my hand and see if this red is gonna transfer. And you know, this is a bright red, so if it's gonna transfer, you guys are gonna see it. All right, so here we go. Wait a second. There is nothing. There's nothing that transferred. I kissed myself multiple times. There is nothing. This is so amazing, okay? Because this is not just a lipstick, it is a tint. So I feel like if I put it on my eyes or if I put it on my cheeks, it's just not gonna transfer. It's not gonna budge. And I don't know, I feel like I was right about this, that this is a long-lasting type of product. I actually feel like all of the products are pretty long-lasting, so I'm really happy about that. Alright, so that's basically all the products that I'm going to be testing out. I do want to put a little bit of eye makeup on because I don't have that from Luna. So I'm just gonna do my eyes off camera and then I will be right back. I'm back and this is my complete look using Luna Cosmetics. Now I have to say I'm actually pleasantly surprised with my entire look because I don't usually go for bright, bold red lips, but I think with this look, it looks pretty good. So I'm really happy about that one. And off camera, I just did my eyes, I put some eyeliner, some lashes, and I also added more of the melting stick and everything just to darken it to match the red color. So that's basically everything I did off camera, and I have to say I am so very happy with all of my new Luna Cosmetics products because they are amazing. I love how my skin looks. I love how everything feels on my face. The foundation, the melting sticks. I'm so amazed at the melting sticks because they are so soft, so buttery, so easy to blend, and actually everything, every single Luna Cosmetics product that I used today, it smelled amazing. It looks so good on my skin and it feels so good. Like, even though I ended up putting so much more product on my face, I don't feel like I did. Like, it doesn't feel heavy, it doesn't feel cakey. I don't see any patchiness going on my face, and I am so happy about that. I'm also really amazed with, of course, the lip product, because this one I think is the most different product from everything else because it starts out really watery, and then you have some playtime with it, and then it just dries down to this nice matte finish, and it's so light on the lips, and my lips feel really good. And that's actually something I noticed with the foundation and their best-selling concealer and everything, that everything just starts out really liquidy so that it's easy to blend out, and then it just feels so good in the skin. It feels like skincare and makeup that you're just putting all over your face, and then it dries down. Alright, it dries down really well, and I feel like it's also transfer proof because, you know, I keep touching my face like this and even my lips, and there is nothing on my hands. So definitely, you know, the labels on it I think is pretty true. They all claim to be long lasting and everything, and I think it really is. I mean, just with what I'm experiencing right now, I think these are really great long lasting products, and you actually do get a lot per product, you know. And my favorite part also about the foundation and the concealer is that there is SPF in it, which is very important. It's a very important part of your skincare routine. So the great thing about it is you have makeup, but at the same time you also have protection from the sun, which, you know, is very useful, especially for people like me who forget to put SPF sometimes, you know, in their daily life. So anyway, yes, overall, I am so very happy with every single Luna Cosmetics product that I tried today. They're just really great. They feel good, they look good, and they're also very affordable. So if you guys would like to try out Luna Cosmetics, I'll be linking them down below. So you can actually buy them on KOnStylePH. They're on Lazada, they're on Shopee. And they also have a lot of amazing promos going on because they just launched. So they have some freebies, they have some Swarovski gifts with purchase. So it's a really great time to shop for Luna Cosmetics. I also want to do a quick shout out to KOnStyle Philippines and to Luna Cosmetics. Thank you guys so much for gifting me all of these amazing products. I'm obviously so very happy with them, and I will continue to use them because, especially, you know, the foundation and the concealer, I really understand why the Tip Concealer is a bestseller and like the #1 product in Korea. I mean, look at my skin, you guys. It looks so good and it feels really good and light. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys on my next one. Mwah!